Archangel Michael was sent to restore what was stolen. This message carries the location of your breakthrough. Open it now. My beloved child, what if I told you that the heavens have already begun to move in your favor? That a divine messenger has been dispatched, not to warn you, but to restore what was unjustly taken from you. This is not a coincidence that you're here right now hearing these words. It's a divine setup. Somewhere in the unseen Archangel Michael, the warrior of light, has drawn his sword for you. Every delay, every loss, every betrayal you've endured was noted. And now the command has gone forth. Restore. There's a shift in the spiritual atmosphere around you. The things that once slipped through your hands are now circling back. But not the same way. This time they return multiplied. Archangel Michael isn't just coming to fight. He's coming to recover, to rebuild, and to reveal. Listen closely because this message carries the location of your breakthrough. It's not in a physical place. It's hidden in alignment. The moment your heart aligns with divine timing, the doors that were sealed will burst open. The moment you stop chasing and start receiving, you'll realize the restoration was never delayed. It was being prepared. Right now, unseen forces are rearranging situations that seem final at closed opportunity as being ruined relationship that ended abruptly. It's under divine review at financial drought. A flood is forming. Quietly behind the scenes. Archangel Michael doesn't arrive when things are peaceful. He comes when the battle is fiercest. And if you've been feeling pressure lately, it's not a sign of failure. It's a sign that the angelic army is near. Pressure always comes before release, before manifestation, before breakthrough. In this exact moment, Michael's sword is cutting through invisible chains that held your progress captive. He's restoring stolen time, stolen peace, and stolen identity. Heaven is declaring a reversal, and your name is on that decree. But you must stay alert, don't let doubt whisper you out of your destiny. The moment you start to believe that restoration is impossible, the enemy wins a battle he never earned. Archangel Michael is moving, but your belief fuels his mission. Something extraordinary is about to shift. And when it does, it will feel like an instant miracle, but it was always divinely orchestrated. Your breakthrough has a location, and it's closer than you think. Stay with me because in the next part I'll reveal the moment heaven marked as your turning point. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, have you ever noticed how the moment before dawn is always the darkest? That strange silence, that unsettling stillness. It's not the absence of movement. It's the gathering of divine energy preparing to break forth right now. That's what's happening in your life. The silence you've been enduring isn't rejection. It's preparation. The heavens have gone quiet because they are strategizing your restoration. Archangel Michael has already drawn the blueprint for your comeback, and every delay you faced was secretly aligning you with the perfect moment of return. When Archangel Michael is sent, it's never a small assignment. He doesn't come for minor matters. He arrives when the balance of destiny must be restored. When something of value has been stolen from a chosen one. You, my beloved child, have been chosen for a divine reversal. The losses that once left you broken are now the very reasons heaven is opening on your behalf. What was taken from you was never truly lost. It was being refined, multiplied, and now it's returning with interest. Somewhere in the spiritual realm, a war was waged over your promise. The enemy thought he succeeded in silencing your purpose, but Archangel Michael stood between you and that defeat. Every tear you cried became evidence against the darkness. Every sleepless night became a testimony of endurance. Haven't collected it all. And now a decree has been issued. Restore the years that were stolen. There is a divine map to your breakthrough. It's not grown with ink. It's written through the sequence of moments that led you here. Every heartbreak, every closed door, every loss that forced you to grow stronger, those were coordinates. Each pain pointed to a destination. And that destination is your restoration. Michael's mission isn't just to fight for you. It's to reveal to you what you already carry. Because the truth is the thief can only steal what you still believe belongs to him. But the moment you realize that the power was always within you, restoration begins instantly. You might be wondering why things had to be taken in the first place. Why would heaven allow loss only to restore it later? Because sometimes what's stolen exposes of what's sacred. The enemy never wastes effort on the ordinary. He only attacks what carries destiny. If he targeted your peace, it's because your peace produces miracles. If he targeted your relationships, it's because those connections were divine instruments of change. If he targeted your resources, it's because your hands were meant to build something eternal. But Archangel Michael is not coming empty-handed. He carries the ledger of every injustice that touched your life, every unfair word, every closed opportunity, every betrayal had been recorded. And now justice demands repayment. There is a spiritual law that cannot be broken. What is stolen must be restored sevenfold. A divine clock is ticking and it's all time for that release to manifest. You're standing on the edge of divine recovery where what you lost will return not as it was but as it should have been. Take this moment to reflect. How many times did you almost give up? How many times did you think it was over? Each of those moments was a test of faith. And even though you didn't see it, Archangel Michael was right beside you, guarding what you couldn't protect. There were unseen battles fought in your name. You were surrounded by darkness, but divine light never let you go. That's why you're still standing. That's why your heart still believes. Because heaven preserved you for this revelation. Right now, a shift is happening. What felt heavy will begin to lift. You'll start seeing unexpected calls, unplanned meetings, surprising opportunities. These are not coincidences. They are signs that your restoration has begun. Archangel Michael's sword has touched the timeline of your life, slicing through the barriers that delayed your progress. The cycle of waiting is ending. A season of fulfillment is unfolding. And my beloved child, before we go deeper, I want to tell you something crucial. If you've reached this point, it's not by chance. You were meant to hear these words. You were meant to awaken at this exact moment. This message is your confirmation that what you've prayed for in silence is being answered in motion. And now, Pause and take a breath. Let this truth settle into your soul. You are not forgotten, you are not invisible to heaven. The same divine hand that sent Archangel Michael to defend ancient prophets hath been sent again for you. You see, your name is being spoken in heavenly places. Your situation has reached divine attention. And now restoration is not just promised, it's enforced. So keep your heart open, your faith strong, and your eyes lifted, because the moment you least expect it, you'll see the evidence. It might come through an open door, a new connection, a sudden peace, or even a quiet whisper in your spirit. But when it comes, you'll know this is what was stolen, returning home. If these words have reached you, it's a sign that your time is near. So don't let doubt or fear steal this seed before in growth. Believe that something magnificent is already unfolding. And before we move further, remember to share this message with someone who might need it. Let them feel the hope you're feeling right now. Comment what you're believing for, because every word of faith you speak strengthens the energy of restoration, moving toward you. And subscribe, my beloved child, because every revelation that follows is designed to guide you deeper into your breakthrough. Something extraordinary is building. Stay with me, because what happens next will reveal when your restoration will appear and where Archangel Michael is leading you. Stay till the end. Something life-changing is about to unfold. My beloved child, the winds are shifting and you can almost feel it. That invisible movement around you. That sense that something is about to break open. It's not imagination. It's the sound of divine restoration approaching. Archangel Michael has not just been sent to fight battles in the unseen. He's been assigned to reveal the truth that was hidden from you. The truth that what was stolen, your peace, your hope, your time, is now returning. The process has already begun, even before you were aware of it. Every breakthrough begins in silence. Heaven moves quietly before it manifests loudly. And that's exactly what's happening right now. You may not see evidence yet, but don't mistake the silence for inactivity. The reason you've been sensing so much pressure lately, emotionally, spiritually, even physically, is because the unseen realm is being rearranged for your good. Archangel Michael's steps are deliberate and his mission is personal. He was not sent for a crowd. He was sent for you. There are moments in life when destiny stands at a crossroads and heaven intervenes to redirect the path. You've reached that intersection. The losses you've suffered, the disappointments you've carried, they weren't meant to destroy you. They were meant to push you into this divine alignment. The enemy tried to convince you that your story was over. But heaven was quietly rewriting the ending. And the rewrite begins with one word: restoration. Think back to the times when everything seemed to collapse at once. The moments when you thought you couldn't go any lower. The truth is that collapse was never meant to crush you. It was meant to clear the space for something greater. The structures that once held you captive had to fall so that what's divinely meant for you could take their place. Every delay was a recalibration. Every denial a divine deer leading you closer to your true assignment. Archangel Michael saw it all. And though you didn't hear him, he stood beside you, shielding you from the blows that were meant to end you. Now a shield is turning into a sword, not to defend, but to reclaim. The same energy that once protected you is now being released to recover what belongs to you. The relationships that broke without reason, the finances that vanished suddenly, the opportunities that seemed to slip away, they are all under heavenly recall. The command has gone out, and nothing can stop what has been decreed from above. But restoration isn't only about getting back what was lost. It's about returning to who you were before the loss. You see, heaven doesn't just restore possessions. That restores purpose. Somewhere along the way, pain may have dulled your spirit, made you question your worth, or drained your courage. But now, Archangel Michael is awakening that inner fire again. That boldness you once had. It's coming back. That peace you thought wisdom forever. It's returning stronger, deeper, and unshakable. You are entering the season of recognition when people who overlooked you will begin to see your light again. Doors that stayed closed for years will swing open. Not because of luck, but because your name had been whispered in divine places. The location of your breakthrough isn't in some faraway land. It's in the very space where you once experienced loss. That same ground of pain will become the ground of your promotion. The enemy won't understand how it happened, but it will be evident to all that heaven intervene. In ancient texts, Archangel Michael is known as the defender of justice. When he appears, it means divine balance is being restored. Every injustice that once broke your heart is being revisited. Every false accusation is being overturned. The people who walked away thinking they won will soon see that victory belongs to those who remain faithful. You didn't lose it. You were preserved. You weren't abandoned. You were hidden until the appointed time. The appointed time, my beloved child, is now. There's a reason this message reached you. You've been asking for signs, for confirmations, for clarity. This right here, right now, is that sign. The reason your heart is pounding as you hear these words is because your spirit recognizes truth. It knows that something divine is unfolding. Archangel Michael's presence is not symbolic. It's active. His wings are stirring the atmosphere. His sword is clearing the path. And his light is guiding you toward what was promised. Don't fear what you can't yet see. The unseen is always where miracles begin. Just as seeds break beneath the soil before they sprout, your breakthrough is germinating in silence. Soon the evidence will burst forth unexpectedly, undeniably, and completely. You'll stand in awe of how quickly everything changes once heaven declares enough. And when it happens, don't forget to acknowledge the source. Don't let the blessing make you forget the one who sent it. Gratitude anchors restoration. It secures what has been returned. Speak life into your future. Declare aloud, what was stolen from me is returning in full. Because words carry creative power, and heaven responds to faith spoken with conviction. Now as you take in these words, let them settle deep within you. Feel that calm, rising again. That assurance that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You are stepping into your recovery season and no force in existence can stop what's already in motion. The location of your breakthrough has been revealed. It's within you. It's not in a person, a job, or a place. It's in your willingness to believe again. so keep walking forward. Don't turn back to what broke you. What's ahead is brighter than what's behind. Archangel Michael walks before you, ensuring that every step you take leads closer to divine fulfillment. You are covered. You are chosen. You are moments away from seeing the impossible happen. Don't skip. Something far greater is about to unfold in front of you. My beloved child, have you ever wondered why certain seasons of your life seem to drain you completely before something miraculous happened? It's because heaven often allows you to reach the very edge of your strength so that when restoration arrives, you will know it was never by human effort. It was divine intervention. The pain you've endured was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to awaken the warrior within you. The part of you that refuses to surrender even when everything seems lost. That resilience, that sacred fire burning quietly inside your chest, is what drew Archangel Michael to your side. You were never fighting alone. You were being backed by heaven itself. Even now, the angels are positioning themselves around your destiny. The atmosphere has shifted. Archangel Michael has stepped forward. His sword blazing with light that cuts through every chain of delay, every curse of loss, and every shadow of despair. The moment has come for the restoration to move from the invisible to the visible. What you couldn't fix on your own is now being corrected by divine authority. The forces that once opposed you are being scattered not by your hand, but by the command that has been released from the throne above. You might be sensing sudden restlessness, an urge to move, to change, to release something old. That's not random. It's divine realignment. Heaven is removing you from places that no longer serve your calling. People, situations, and environments that once felt comfortable will start to shift away. Don't resist it. Archangel Michael is clearing the path for your new beginning. He knows where your breakthrough resides and he's guiding you straight toward it. You don't need to force what's falling apart. You only need to follow what feels aligned. Right now, doors are opening quietly. Not the ones you've been knocking on, but the ones you never even noticed. That's how heaven works. The opportunities designed for you rarely arrive in predictable packaging. They come disguised as sudden changes, unexpected detours, or even disappointments that redirect your steps. Every redirection in your life has been a divine route toward restoration. The job you lost, the person who walked away, the deal that didn't go through, all of them were pieces of a larger, divine pattern, a sacred map that only heaven could see. Archangel Michael has been walking the path ahead of you, fighting through realms you can't perceive, removing obstacles you never knew existed. You think you're waiting for your breakthrough, but your breakthrough has been waiting for you. Waiting for the version of you that is ready to carry the weight of the blessing. Heaven doesn't give restoration to those who are still clinging to what broke them. It gives it to those who have healed enough to handle it. And now, beloved child, you've reached that point. You survived what should have cried you. You've held on to faith even when you had no proof. That alone made heaven move. There's something sacred about your endurance. It's not ordinary. It's divine. The heavens reward those who continue to believe after the storm. That's why restoration is not coming to you as a small return. It's coming as an overwhelming flood. The time for waiting is closing. Archangel Michael's mission is nearing fulfillment. The order from above hath been sealed, and the word written upon it is reclaimed. Every moment of struggle, every lost opportunity, every stolen blessing is under review. And when heaven reviews, it restores not in pieces, but in wholeness. You might feel like you've lost too much, like too much time has passed for things to be fixed. But time means nothing to the eternal. What was delayed can still arrive right on time when it's sent by heaven. That's why you must not let impatience rob you of what's forming. Restoration isn't just returning what was lost. It's restoring you to who you were meant to be all along. Your voice will carry power again. Your presence will command peace again. Your hands will build what once fell apart. This isn't the end. It's the divine restart. And my beloved child, in this sacred moment, heaven asks one thing of you. Share what you have received. There are others walking through darkness right now, believing they are forgotten. Your light can guide them, your testimony can awaken faith in someone else's heart. If these words have stirred something inside you, don't keep it hidden. Share this message with others who need to hear it. Leave your thoughts, your prayers, your hopes in the space below, and let them echo as declarations into the unseen realm. Each time you speak faith, it multiplies. Each time you share hope, you strengthen the very energy that fuels restoration. And yes, subscribe your heart, not just to a channel, but to the journey heaven is leading you through. There's more unfolding, more being revealed. Archangel Michael isn't done yet. The next wave of revelation will show how the restoration will manifest and what it will unlock for your destiny. Don't let this moment pass like another passing whisper. It's a divine appointment meant to awaken you fully. Take a deep breath now. Feel that stillness. That's not emptiness. That's alignment. Heaven is quiet because the work is complete. You're standing in the overlap between what was and what's about to be. Don't rush it. Let it settle. Let your spirit adjust to the new vibration of abundance that's already surrounding you. The proof will soon arrive, not in one form, but in many. You'll recognize it through divine timing, perfect peace, and the unmistakable sense that you're finally walking in rhythm with heaven again. And when it happens, remember this isn't a random miracle. It's a divine restoration ordered by the Creator, delivered through Archangel Michael, and received by you because you chose to believe. Stay strong, stay alert, and above all, stay expectant. The story that once seemed over is about to become your greatest testimony. The breakthrough has already been located. Now it's finding its way to you. Something extraordinary is waiting for you. Stay till the end. My beloved child, when the heavens choose to move, they do not announce it with thunder. They move softly, strategically through moments that seem ordinary, but are actually divine appointments, at stirring you've been feeling lately. At sense that something new is unfolding. It's not coincidence. It's the vibration of restoration. Archangel Michael's presence is no longer distant. It's surrounding you, shaping the unseen into what will soon become visible. What once felt lost beyond recovery is now being realigned, piece by piece, moment by moment, until the full picture of your destiny comes into view again. Every act of divine restoration begins with revelation. Before heaven gives back what was stolen, it first opens your eyes to see why it was taken. You see, nothing in your story was wasted. Every heartbreak, every loss, every painful silence had purpose. The enemy thought he could bury your spirit beneath disappointment. But heaven was using that very soil to plant something deeper. Faith, strength, and divine awareness. You were never abandoned. You were being trained. The weight you carried was shaping you into someone who could handle the blessing that's on its way. Archangel Michael stands now in the very realm where your blessings were detained. He's breaking the locks, untying the knots, and commanding what belongs to you to be released. His authority doesn't ask for permission. It enforces divine justice. When Michael is sent, resistance is futile. And in this moment, that same force is moving on your behalf. Every delay that once strained your hope is collapsing under divine order. Every no that held you back is being rewritten into a greater yes. You are entering the season where what was taken from you begins to find its way home. But here's the truth that many miss. Restoration doesn't always arrive through the same channels it left. Sometimes heaven returns blessings through new people, new paths, and new opportunities. That's why you must not cling too tightly to what was. If something or someone left your life, it means they serve their purpose in your journey. Holding on to them can block what heaven is trying to deliver next. Michael's sword is not just for fighting darkness, it's also for severing attachments that no longer align with your destiny. Pay attention to your dreams, your instincts, your sudden urges to shift directions. These are divine signals. Archangel Michael communicates through signs that feel like intuition but carry heavenly origin. That restless feeling inside you. It's heaven's way of saying get ready. Change is no longer coming. It's already here. The doors you've been knocking on are about to open, but not because of effort or luck. They are opening because it's time. There's a phrase whispered in the heavenly realm right now. Return what was stolen. A decree has already been issued in your favor. Restoration is not an event. It's a process unfolding as you align with faith and release fear. The things that seemed irreversibly broken are being rebuilt in silence. The things you thought were gone forever are reassembling behind the veil. You might not see movement yet, but don't be deceived. The spiritual realm is busy on your behalf. Heaven is never late. It's precise. Do you remember the times you cried out for help and heard nothing? Those prayers didn't vanish. They were stored, collected like sacred seeds, waiting for divine timing. Archangel Michael has been carrying those petitions, presenting them before the throne, ensuring that not a single word you've spoken in faith has been forgotten. And now the heavens have decided it's time for manifestation. The weight you felt lifting recently isn't just emotional relief. It's the signal that the war in the unseen has been won. Your breakthrough is no longer distant. It's moving toward you at the speed of divine obedience. Everything that was once out of reach is being drawn back into your orbit. You'll soon notice the signs, conversations that lead to new doors, unexpected favor from unlikely sources, sudden clarity about your path. Oh, dismiss these moments of coincidence. They are confirmations that Archangel Michael's mission for your life is nearing completion. There's something powerful about the way heaven restores. It doesn't just give you back what was lost, it multiplies it. You lost peace, but now you will gain purpose. You lost relationships, but now you will receive divine connections. You lost time, but now you will move in accelerated grace where what took years will happen in months. That's how heaven balances the scales through multiplication, not replacement. And my beloved child, as this transformation begins to manifest, never forget gratitude. Gratitude is the anchor that keeps blessings from drifting away. Speak your thankfulness aloud. Thank heaven for what's coming even before it arrives. That kind of faith draws manifestation closer. When Archangel Michael fights for you, he's not just restoring. He's teaching you to command your own spiritual authority. You're not meant to live as a victim of loss. You're meant to rise as a carrier of light, a living testimony that heaven still intervenes. As you feel this shift building, don't isolate yourself in silence. Share this message. There are others walking through storms unaware that help is already on the way. Be the voice that reminds them restoration is possible. Comment with what you're believing for. Speak life into someone else's journey. And if you've been guided here, subscribe to stay aligned with the flow of divine revelation. Every time you listen, every time you share, you create ripples of faith that move through the unseen. Look around you now. The signs are subtle but sure. The air feels lighter. The heaviness that once sat in your chest is fading. That's not your imagination. It's evidence of Archangel Michael's presence. Heaven has declared your restoration season open. The things that once intimidated you will soon bow to your purpose. The light around you is growing stronger, not just to bless you, but to guide others who are lost in their own darkness. This is your divine moment. This is your recovery. What was stolen is being restored and what was hidden is being revealed. You are walking under open heaven surrounded by angelic movement protected by divine promise. Keep your heart steady. Keep your eyes lifted. The story isn't just turning. It's being rewritten in gold. Don't skip. Something beyond imagination is about to unfold right before your eyes, my beloved child. You can feel it now, can't you? The subtle hum in the atmosphere, the quiet certainty deep in your soul that something powerful is unfolding. It's not wishful thinking, it's divine movement. Archangel Michael has stepped fully into your timeline. The spiritual battlefield that once raged around your destiny is now silenced by the command of heaven. The restoration that was once a promise is now a reality in motion. Everything that was delayed, every dream that seemed forgotten is being realigned with divine precision. You are standing at the threshold of manifestation. And heaven is about to show you why the wait was so long. Because what's coming is far greater than what was lost. There's something sacred about divine timing. Heaven never moves early because early blessings can crush an unready heart. And heaven never moves late because delays can't exist where divine order reigns. Archangel Michael was never waiting for permission to restore you. He was waiting for you to become aligned with who you truly are. The moment you let go of the bitterness, the moment you chose forgiveness over revenge, you unlock the gates of your restoration. What's about to return to your life will, not just replace the old, it will redefine it. Even now, the angels are rearranging circumstances to ensure that when this restoration arrives, it fits perfectly. You'll begin to notice strange patterns, people reappearing from your past, unexpected messages, sudden bursts of inspiration, new strength where you once felt drained. Don't dismiss any of it. Those are signs that Archangel Michael's work is nearing completion. The sword of justice has cut through the fog, and now light is flooding into the places that were once filled with confusion. You are no longer in the season of wondering. You're in the season of witnessing. But remember this truth. Restoration requires participation. You cannot receive what heaven is releasing if you're still clinging to what heaven has removed. Some connections, some habits, some environments cannot coexist with your destiny. If you feel certain things falling away, don't fight to keep them. It's not loss, it's divine pruning. Every space that empties is being prepared for something greater. Our change of Michael clears before he restores. He breaks before he builds. That's how divine renewal works. Not as an addition, but as a transformation. You have been asking heaven for confirmation, for proof that this is real. Here it is. The very fact that you are hearing these words right now means the process has already begun. Heaven doesn't waste revelation on moments that aren't ready. This message reached you because you've entered alignment with the decree of restoration. The coordinates of your breakthrough have been activated. And soon you'll see physical evidence, a phone call, a document, a door that once closed, reopening unexpectedly. These are not coincidences. They are markers of manifestation. And my beloved child, as heaven begins to move, make sure your words match your faith. Speak life over your circumstances. Declare restoration even before you see it. Your words are keys. Every declaration of belief unlocks another level of breakthrough. When Archangel Michael goes to war, he moves through the vibration of faith. Your belief is the wind beneath his wings. Your worship is the sound that draws victory closer. Seek boldly, believe fiercely, and act faithfully. There's a golden law in heaven. What you honor multiplies. So, as restoration begins to unfold, stay grateful. Thank heaven not just for what's being restored, but for the strength it gave you to survive the loss. You learned endurance in pain. Now you'll learn peace and overflow. And in that overflow, you'll see how nothing you went through was in vain. The tears you cried were watering the soil of your next season. The waiting was preparing your spirit for acceleration. Everything that hurt you became the training ground for the authority you now carry. And as this message reaches deeper into your spirit, let it awaken something forgotten. Your divine authority. You are not a victim of loss. You are a vessel of restoration. You were never powerless. You were being empowered through experience. Archangel Michael doesn't fight for the weak. He fights alongside the awakened. You've been transformed through every trial, refined through every setback. And now you are standing not as the wounded, but as the warrior. This is where your voice matters. Speak not from your pain, but from your promise. Tell your story. Share your light. Spread the message of restoration. There are countless souls waiting to hear that recovery is possible. You can be the confirmation someone else needs. So take a moment to share this message, to leave your testimony, to subscribe your heart to this divine journey. Every act of faith you take sends ripples through the unseen, strengthening the movement of angels working on behalf of others. Heaven works through unity, and every time you spread hope, you participate in heaven's plan. Now look within yourself. The heaviness that once weighed you down is lifting. That anxiety, that constant uncertainty, it's fading because you are being filled with divine assurance. You'll soon begin to notice that even your surroundings respond differently. People will sense something new in you, a calm authority and unshakable peace. That's the mark of one who has been touched by Archangel Michael's mission. You are no longer defined by what you lost, but by what you survive. The time of hiddenness is ending. Heaven is ready to reveal you. You will step into rooms where your name will be honored, where your presence will carry grace and influence. The same people who once doubted you will witness the restoration they thought would never come. But remember, this journey was never about proving them wrong. It was about proving that heaven never fails its chosen ones. You are walking proof that divine timing is always worth the wait. So breathe deeply, my beloved child. The storm has passed. Sighs, the battle is over. You are walking into the season where everything begins to make sense. What was stolen is returning. And what was broken is being rebuilt stronger than before. This is not just your restoration, it's your rebirth. Heaven is calling your name in joy. And Archangel Michael stands smiling. Sword lowered. Mission accomplished. Stay till the end. What's about to be revealed will take your breath away. My beloved child, when heaven begins to move in your favor, everything around you starts to respond differently. Even the air seems lighter. The silence feels alive, and the weight that once chained your heart starts to dissolve. That's because divine energy is shifting. Archangel Michael's mission is no longer just about recovery. It's about repositioning you for destiny. You are no longer standing where you once stood. The terrain beneath your spirit has changed. The very ground that once held your sorrow is now becoming the soil of your divine harvest. The unseen realm has released what was withheld. And now the manifestation is aligning perfectly with time, faith, and obedience. Restoration isn't just about getting back what was lost. It's about stepping into what was promised. The things you thought were stolen were never gone forever. They were simply waiting for you to be ready. Heaven never returns blessings to an unprepared heart. The delay wasn't denial. It was divine protection. You had to grow stronger so that when the restoration arrived, you wouldn't lose it again. And now that growth is complete. Heaven has seen your endurance, your quiet prayers, your silent faith, and the way you kept believing even when nothing around you made sense. Those tears weren't wasted. They were counted as proof of your persistence. Archangel Michael had been watching over this process with absolute precision. There were moments when it looked like you were being ignored, but in truth, you were being preserved. Every battle you thought you lost was actually won in the unseen. Every door that closed was redirected for your safety. The divine knew the path ahead before you even took your first step. That's why you're still here. Because heaven refused to let your purpose be stolen. The restoration you're about to receive isn't random. It's calculated, intentional, and divinely aligned. There's a calm rising now. Can you feel it? A peace isn't the absence of battle. It's the presence of victory. The enemy has been silenced. The storm that once roared has bowed to divine authority. You've crossed from warfare into wonder. And soon you'll realize that this wasn't just about getting something back. It was about remembering who you truly are. Chosen, anointed, unstoppable. Now lift your eyes for a moment and see yourself as heaven sees you. Radiant, fearless, free. Everything that was taken from you was never truly gone. It was being prepared for this moment. You are about to walk into a season where doors open at your presence, where favor follows you effortlessly, where every loss becomes testimony. The alignment is perfect. Archangel Michael stands behind you. His sword lowered in peace, his mission fulfilled, his eyes filled with light. He knows you've made it, my beloved child. Breathe deeply and feel this truth. You are restored. Not partially, not temporarily, but fully and eternally. And as this reality sinks into your soul, hold on to gratitude because gratitude keeps restoration flowing. The heavens are smiling upon you now. The story has turned. The breakthrough has found its location, and it's standing right where you are. Something incredible is unfolding. Stay till the end because the revelation that's coming next will open your eyes to the full purpose behind your restoration. My beloved child, when heaven completes a work of restoration, it never ends with silence. It ends with revelation. What you are feeling right now, that peace that has started to settle into your soul, is not the absence of movement. It is the presence of divine order finally taking its rightful place. Everything around you is rearranging itself to reflect what heaven has already decided. Archangel Michael has accomplished what he was sent to do. But the story doesn't end with recovery. It evolves into transformation. You are stepping into a chapter where the lessons of your pain become the language of your power. The very experiences that once drained you are now becoming the foundation of your wisdom. You have been rebuilt from the inside out. And heaven is about to use your life as evidence that divine restoration is real. There is a sacred stillness that follows victory. It's the moment when heaven pauses to honor the one who didn't give up. Right now, that stillness surrounds you. It's a sign that the war is over and the season of peace has begun. You no longer have to fight for what's yours. Heaven is defending it for you. The same Archangel Michael who fought for your release now stands as the guardian of your inheritance. His sword, once ablaze in battle, now glows softly as a seal of protection. Nothing that belongs to you can be stolen again. Not when heaven has marked it with divine ownership. This is the time to begin rebuilding, but not the way you used to. In the past you built from fear, from pressure, from survival. Now you will build from revelation. You have learned that not every open door is meant to be entered and not every opportunity is aligned with your calling. You now carry discernment, and that discernment will guide you into spaces where your spirit thrives, not just survives. Heaven is about to trust you with new assignments, new responsibilities, and new influence. These won't overwhelm you because they are tailor-made for the new version of you. The one who has passed through the fire and come out refined, not destroyed. There's something magnificent about divine restoration. It doesn't just return what was lost. It reshapes your identity. The person who endured the storm is not the same person who emerges afterward. You've been strengthened in secret. Where there was once fear, there's now authority. Where there was once confusion, there's clarity. You have walked through shadow and found the light that can never be taken from you again. That's why the next season of your life will carry a different energy, not of struggle, but of serenity. You'll make decisions with confidence, move with purpose, and speak with conviction. People will notice the difference even if they can't explain it. Is the light of restoration shining through you? And my beloved child, as this new phase unfolds, heaven asks one simple thing of you. Do not hide your light. What you've overcome isn't just for you. It's for others who are still searching for hope. There are hearts waiting in darkness for the sound of your voice, for the assurance that restoration is real. Don't silence your story out of humility or fear of judgment. Speak it boldly because your testimony carries healing. Share it wherever you can with your words, your actions, your presence. Each time you do, you release divine energy that helps others rise. Archangel Michael's mission continues through you. Now you've become an instrument of light. As you move forward, you'll begin to see the full pattern of heaven's plan. You'll look back at the tears, the heartbreaks, the unanswered prayers, and realize they were never obstacles. They were instructions. Every delay was building alignment. Every loss was preparing room. Every tear was watering something unseen. Now the harvest is here, and it's more abundant than you ever imagined. You may have thought you were fighting for restoration, but heaven was preparing revelation. The revelation that you were never broken, you were becoming. In the coming days, expect signs of completion. The same way you once felt unrest before the breakthrough, you'll now feel peace before manifestation. When peace settles deeply into your heart, it means the heavens have sealed the blessing. It's no longer pending, it's delivered. Watch for confirmations, encounters that feel divinely timed, messages that speak directly to your situation, even numbers or symbols that seem to follow you. These are heaven's way of whispering, "It is done." And as this fulfillment arrives, don't forget to give thanks. Gratitude is the echo that reaches heaven's ears and keeps the flow of blessing alive. Speak your gratitude aloud. Say, "Thank you for what has been restored. Thank you for what is still unfolding. Thank you for remembering me." Those words of appreciation are keys that open new realms of abundance. Gratitude turns restoration into multiplication. When heaven sees a grateful heart, it keeps giving. You are now walking under open skies. free from the shadows that once lingered. The fear that haunted your nights has lost its voice. The weight that pressed upon your shoulders has lifted. You are lighter now, freer, and filled with purpose. You've crossed from asking for miracles to becoming one. The world around you is about to witness the transformation you carry. Not through grand announcements, but through the quiet power of your renewed spirit. And as you continue walking this path, stay connected. Stay in alignment with divine truth. Continue to share these messages, to speak life, to nurture faith in those who are still waiting for their turn. Every share, every comment, every act of belief creates ripples in the unseen, extending the hand of heaven toward others. Subscribe your heart to the rhythm of faith. For there is always more to come, more revelation, more strength, more evidence of divine love. My beloved child, this is not just restoration. This is ascension. You have moved from surviving battles to carrying blessings. The heavens are rejoicing, and Archangel Michael bows in honor of your endurance. You are proof that what heaven ordains cannot be stolen, delayed, or denied. Your breakthrough has found its location, and it's in your spirit, alive and glowing with divine fire. Stay till the end. Something greater still waits to be revealed. And what's coming will complete everything heaven has begun in you. My beloved child, now that the final light of revelation begins to unfold, breathe in the stillness around you. Because that silence is not empty, is the sound of completion. The battle that once surrounded you has been settled. The heavens have signed off on your restoration, and Archangel Michael now stands beside you, not as a warrior in combat, but as a guardian of peace. His sword, once aflame with divine fury, now rests in light, marking the victory that heaven promised. You have crossed the threshold between hope and manifestation. What was once only spoken in prayer is now becoming visible before your eyes. This moment is sacred. Is the divine pause between what was and what will be. Heaven wants you to know that nothing in your journey was wasted. Every tear watered the roots of your destiny. Every disappointment redirected you toward divine timing. Every silence was a setup for revelation. You were never abandoned. You were being aligned. The path was never about loss. It was about preparation. You had to learn endurance before elevation. You had to lose what was temporary to hold what is eternal. Now look within yourself. You're not the same person who began this journey. The fear that once governed your heart has been replaced by faith that cannot be shaken. You no longer see delays as punishments, but as divine orchestration. You've discovered that what heaven withholds temporarily, it intends to multiply eternally. Archangel Michael was sent to restore what was stolen. But in the process, heaven restored you, your strength, your purpose, your identity. You are the true restoration. There's a divine radiance surrounding you now. A glow that others will notice before you even speak. It's the mark of one who has survived the fire and come out refined, not burned. You will begin to notice that people respond to you differently. Doors that were once sealed shut will open effortlessly. The same situations that once brought pain will now produce peace. That's what divine justice looks like. Heaven not only rewrites your story, it makes sure the world sees the difference. As you step into this new season, remember that restoration is not the end. It's the beginning of a greater calling. Heaven didn't bring you this far to return you to ordinary life. You've been chosen to become a vessel of restoration for others. The same light that pulled you out of darkness now shines through you to lead others home. When you speak, speak hope. When you act, act with compassion. When you rise, lift others with you. That's how heaven multiplies miracles through the hearts of those who remember where they came from. There will be moments when you look back at the old wounds and feel a hint of sadness. But even that emotion is sacred. It's not weakness. It's remembrance. It's your spirit honoring the path that brought you here. Archangel Michael wants you to know that the strength you carry now will protect you from returning to those places of pain. You are shielded, covered, and continually guided. The same hand that led you through the storm will lead you into the sunrise, and now heaven extends an invitation not to fight but to flourish. This is your season to build, to create, to expand without fear. The energy of restoration around you is fertile, and every word you speak in faith will take root and grow. Dream boldly again. Trust again. Love again. Heaven has given you permission to live without hesitation. You've been through enough preparation. Now it's time for manifestation. Let gratitude become your daily language. Each morning, thank heaven not only for what has returned, but for the strength you gained in the waiting. Gratitude seals blessings. It keeps the gates of favor open. Speak it aloud. I am restore. I am aligned. I am protected. I am free. These declarations are not just affirmations. They are spiritual decrees that reinforce what heaven has established. When you speak them, angels move. When you believe them, miracles follow. And my beloved child, as this message comes to a close, know that closure doesn't mean disconnection. Archangel Michael's presence will remain with you, not as a loud voice, but as a steady peace. You will feel him in moments of quiet strength, in sudden courage, in the inner knowing that everything will be okay. That's how heaven communicates once the battle is over, through peace, not pressure. Every time your heart finds stillness, that's him reminding you the mission is complete. You have none. But even in victory, your journey continues. Share this light. Be a messenger of hope to those still searching for signs that heaven remembers them. The same comfort you have received, give freely. Leave your story in the world like a trail of light so others can find their way. You are now the evidence of restoration. Living proof that what is taken can be returned, that what is broken can be rebuilt, and that faith never goes unrewarded. Lift your hands for a moment, not in need but in gratitude. Feel that warmth flowing through your spirit. That's heaven's response, is the confirmation that the circle is complete. You have passed the test, walked through the fire, and found your way back to divine alignment. Nothing can stop what has been set in motion for you now. You are covered by light, surrounded by favor, and equipped for every good thing that is to come. My beloved child, this is the end of one chapter and the opening of another. A chapter where you no longer chase restoration because you were restoration. The world will see the glory of heaven through your life. Archangel Michael has fulfilled his mission. But the ripple of that miracle will continue forever. Walk in peace, live in purpose, and remember the greatest battles always precede the brightest beginnings. You have entered your breakthrough, and the location of your miracle is no longer hidden. It's within you, alive and eternal. Your story is proof that heaven still restores and that light always wins.